Welcome to my channel, to all my fantastic friends. The next upcoming catastrophe. In my previous video I make about the prophecies of Paravicini, didn't put in the video the future event where we were going to face in the future. As humanity, we need to take a look of what's going on at the moment and why it's happening. On the you know what, we need to know and to understand in order to prepare. In this video, I want you to take a look at the Economist magazine that was published in 2021. This magazine is owned by the elites, including the Rothschilds. And this magazine contains information of future events that seem prepared for us. As we can see, the clock in the center of it points to almost to 12, meaning that we are very close to it. In this picture contains 7 frames, which are clearly showing us some of the events the elites are expecting. There are 7 frames. As we understand the reason of the restrictions and why they rushing things as they are rushing, and the reason of this madness. As we take a closer look at the overall picture, you see a family wearing gas masks, including the kitty. We see in the first frame clearly show a pork as reference as swine flu, perhaps, on the making, or referring to us as pigs. In the next picture, we clearly see a volcano exploding. As we see more and more volcanoes activating and exploding, perhaps the elites know the reason of these changes. And that's why they plastered it on a magazine. The next picture clearly shows a penguin, referring to climate change, which is clearly evident and is perceived worldwide. The next picture shows a major asteroid towards the Earth. Clearly shows it's gonna hit. In this, we need to make a stop and contemplate the things that are happening around the globe, and also why is so many cover-ups. In my previous video about Solari Paravicini and his accurate predictions, really show us one of his drawings and pointing at the asteroid coming towards the Earth. And it reads as follows: Cataclysm defeated humanity. The cataclysm will be preached, but no one will believe it. But it will come. Prophecy of Benjamin Solari Paravicini, 1938. Also in the reference in the Bible, in Revelations 8:21, and it reads as follows: A strong angel took a stone, like the great stone where the grain is crushed, and sent it into the sea, saying, so, with a great fall, will Babylon, the great town, comes to destruction, and will be not seen any more at all. I think in this part, a forecast an asteroid, I think it's relevant to take a look at what's happening around the world, with telescopes around the world being closed for the past 2 years, suddenly, unexpectedly, making it seem like it's an issue when it's really not. It makes you wonder what they are really trying to hide. Also, let's not forget the Arecibo telescope shut down due to complications, which seem kind of strange and makes me wonder about the correlation of some people warning about this thing. Also, if you look carefully, you see the kid wearing a helmet that is meant to be for war. Is that meant to say something before it happens? Also, considering a video that was made on 2010 referring to the plans of the elites to propagate the you-know-what. It clearly shows a secret agenda that is made by sequence of events such as the stuff we live in at the moment and what is according to the plan to exterminate humanity and control the leftover, which is already taking place. There is also plenty of people who are also warning about the asteroid thing. As you can see, there's a book called The Wormwood Prophecy by Thomas Horn that we need to take in consideration. Referring to the asteroid, Paravicini also draw it and write about it. And it reads as follows. A planet will be wounded by a dead planet that rose the spaces. That planet will be Earth. The injury of the crash will be in the southern part of the hemisphere and will tear much of its skull off. Then the Earth whirl in the shaking will give a pole shift equal to they call the high Suna. Again the flood, again the darkness, again the axis in its place, again the rolling on the new sea in the pit left, again another moon that will shine more, the Amis. Prophecy of Benjamin Solari Paravicini, 1978. I think here he's talking about something that happens after the asteroid, or could be the asteroid, but also could be Planet X, that a lot of people claim to seen it, and also it became famous after the astronomer who discovered it, who was Carlos Muñoz Ferrara, who also predicted many things very accurate that was going to happen. So I think we need to take a look, because as well, Paravicini, in his drawings, he placed a warning about this planet, and it reads as follows. It will come in the hour of the hours. In the darkness, the crash of the big planet will disrupt the planet. Everything will fall. Prophecy of Benjamin Solari Paravicini, 1939. Also, we need to take a look at what they are putting in the movies that are using as prime directive. Movies such as Don't Look Up, Greenland, New Impact, and Melancholia are used as prime directive by the elites to use as conditioning and in your face subconsciously to prepare what is about to come, perhaps, or to disrupt your mind. So when people like me tell you and warn you about these things, you consciously say it won't happen because it's in the movies. But taking in consideration that a lot of people in the UFO phenomenon has warned about it, and in the adoption phenomenon, incredible cases like Amaury Riviera has warned about the asteroid with clear photographs and credible investigators who review his case and also were aware of governments covering up. But we will discuss that in another video. The next picture featured in the magazine, it clearly shows viruses, including the one we're facing at the moment, which is clearly a publicity stunt because it involves more of an advertisement than anything else. And taking a closer look to the frame beside it, you see 3 duckies, and one of them is going downwards. The symbol of the ducks represent love, adaptation, intuition, and freedom. One of them is going downwards. It could be freedom that is being taken away. In the next picture or frame, it shows a detonation of a nuclear explosion, clearly being used. As we see the overall picture frame, that's the reason why we are seeing the gas mask on the family picture and the war hat on the kid. As previously stating, the plans of the elites to reduce population, which is clearly the main goal. There is also a contactee who is warning us about it. He was featured on Ancient Aliens Season 13, Chapter 7. Enrique Castillo received an information from the Pleiades people who warned about the imminent Third World War and how it's going to be happening. And the players involved in this nuclear crazy exchange, and the countries involved in this insane plan. Last frame is a frame that contains our sun, referring that we're going to face an imminent solar event that could disrupt our way of life and create a major blackout that will be the end of all our electronics and putting us in a Victorian kind of state, which also Benjamin Solari Paravicini had predicted it through his drawings. As we can see, the sun and the flames exploding towards a planet, which I think is Earth. And also in his drawing, he writes about it. Fire on the red fire. Fire in the instant fire. Red fire, red fire. Prophecy of Benjamin Solari Paravicini, 1969. With this, I want you to take a look at the movie The Knowing, which it clearly shows a solar event. With this, I finish my video, but I want you to take a look at the overall picture of the magazine and make your own guess. Thank you for watching, and I see you guys later.